Hello, hello, hello there. And welcome to and welcome to this live here, live growing together session at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. So I am so happy to be with you here today. Today is Wednesday, and it is the first Wednesday in the month of May. We have a new month ahead of us, and this month requires so much of us. We're going to be busy putting our gardens together because now's the time to listen to our gardens. And the question that I'm asking you is this: what is your garden telling you? Is your garden speaking to you? Is it telling you, come on out? There are things that need to be done. Have you heard the voice of your garden? Do you know that your garden has a life of its own? That it speaks and it says what exactly that it needs, and it tells you in different ways. The plants speak to you, the soil speaks to you, the all of it. It speaks to you and it's telling you something. It's telling you what it needs. And are we really paying attention to what our garden is saying to us? And have you ever had a plant that one day it's looking healthy and full of life, and then 2 days later something happens to it? It's starting to turn yellow. There's something wrong. Well, that plant is talking to you. That plant is saying, I need something. And it is up to us to figure it out. It's almost like the plants are like our children, like babies. And they require for us, the ones who are nurturing and caring for them, to really pay attention to what they are saying to us, and to also be prepared to act. So it is an exciting time because we're getting ourselves together to have a great season. And it has already begun. For some of you, you've already started planting your seeds, planting your seedlings. You're in your homes, starting your gardens by having your grow lights out and your potting place, and your seedlings are getting larger and larger, and they're saying, we want to get into the garden. They're speaking to you. Are you listening to your garden? Are you listening to your plants? What is happening with you? I believe I saw Sonia come up. Hey Sonia, hey Deborah, how are you all? So good to have you with me today on the first. Hello, Catherine, good to see you today. Yes, good to see you, Sonia. Good to see you, Deborah. To see you on the first Wednesday in the month of May. Can you believe it that we're actually here in May? And usually what I tell myself is that after Mother's Day, that's when I'm able to plant out my impatiens and plant out my annuals, because usually that's the time of the last frost. But I don't know about you, but here in my Zone 6 garden in the Northeast, it is a little nippy out here. Yes. Oh, Sonia, you said that my garden is blooming and full of life. That's great, Sonia. Urban Girl Gardener Lifestyle. Hey, Kiki, how are you? Popping in for a bit, washing my hair low. Oh, that's cool. Glad that you can come in and listen. And the question is this: does your garden speak to you? What is your garden telling you? Is it talking to you? Have you been ignoring it, or have you been listening to it? What's up with you and your garden? Don't you know that your garden are like your plants are like children, and they speak to you, they talk to you, they say stuff, and if you don't listen, you might be disappointed, greatly disappointed. So gotta listen to our gardens. Okay, let me greet you all. My garden is, Sonia says, my garden is blooming and full of life. And Deborah says, I'm well. My granddaughter and I work in the garden today. I finally got my cucumbers in. Woo, Deborah, you're listening. You're listening to your garden, to your plants, your veggies, and what a wonderful thing to be able to have a granddaughter that can assist you in the garden. What joy that is. What memories you are creating in your garden with your grandchildren. How special that is. I am very happy for you. Gloria, Chloe, how are you? Hello, Chloe. How are you? I hope everything is well with you, Chloe K. I'm glad to have you join us. My garden is saying it's time for spring cleaning. 5B, 6A here. All right. Woo! You're a little cooler, in a cooler zone than I am too. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Miss Catherine, for my beautiful journal. I love it. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you got it. Yes, you deserve it because you've been working with me and you've been so faithful, and I've been thinking about you, how I can bless you. And I'm glad that you appreciate it. That's so nice. Yeah, it's time for spring cleaning. Yes. Yeah. So those of you in zones 5 and 5A and 5B, you may be feeling, well, it's not spring yet. It's not fully time. I can't really get stuff done. Cookie says, my garden is just as confused as I am, 5B, but we are making it happen. Yeah. Yes, so you have to figure it out. Hello, Yami, how are you? Is your garden speaking to you? Is your garden talking to you? What's it telling you? Come on. Tell me what your garden is telling you. What is it saying? And what is it telling you? And how is your garden reacting to the climate change? That's what I was thinking about, this whole climate change thing. And I'm in my house, and I am a little chill, okay? Hello, Catherine. Hello, chat. Can stay for just a short visit. Hey, Thelma. How are you, my sweetie? Hi, Miss Catherine. Hello, Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy is so faithful. Yummy, you sometimes beat me to even clicking on my own videos. Because usually when I upload, then I click, somebody beats me to it. This last one, I did one today because I'm like in a series of videos, and I believe you probably beat me to it with the thumbs up. I so appreciate it. How beautiful. I so appreciate. I'm so glad that you are there and that you appreciate the work that I do. And wishing you all a blessed season. My love to you, Miss Catherine. Thank you, Kiki. Oh, and happy birthday to your husband. I don't remember. Yes, I think it is his birthday, right? Yes, happy birthday to you all. What a wonderful couple. It's so good to have positive role models online. It's such a wonderful thing. And Thelma, thank you so much. Yes, he said thank you. He's welcome. You know, it's so good to have positive role models. I love when you and your daughter are out there in the garden, because gardening is generational. We know it's generational, and what you pass down to them, they will never forget. Maybe right now, as the babies or children, they love the garden, and then as teenagers and even young adults, they ignore it. But later on in life, they're going to see the value of the garden, the joy of the garden, and they're going to pick it up. That's what happened to me. My father used to garden out there. He would make the rows of corn and tomatoes and so forth, and have a little garden in the back. And I took it for granted. I was, oh, okay. But then, as I got older, and I had my own family, and I actually went to visit my mother, who and my father, who retired in the West Indies. They're from the island of Montserrat. And so they retired back to their homeland, and I went to visit them there. And there my mother had, she was able to have a rose garden, and she had all of these plants, and the garden was just so beautiful with the hibiscus flowers and the mango trees. And they had this little compound between my mother's house and my aunt's house, Aunt Rose. And they had this vast, beautiful oasis there, and the garden just really spoke to me. And then, of course, it wasn't too far from the ocean, so you could hear the ocean waters, and you could feel the breeze, and then the smell of the roses. Oh my goodness, it's my mother. I just became infatuated with the roses that were in the garden, that I said, when I return back to Boston, I'm starting my own garden, and I'm going to have roses in my garden. I want a lot of roses. I want to smell the roses. And I did. I went out and I bought a lot of roses. I bought roses from catalogs. I bought roses from the big box stores and so forth. And it was good. It was good. It was good. I learned a lot. And then some of those roses died, and I got disappointed. And so then I ended up finding out that certain roses grow well in my garden and certain roses do not. My garden spoke to me about roses. So the roses that were in my mother's garden were good for her area, because she was in the warm climate. She was in the West Indies. It got a good airflow and everything. But the roses here in the New England area required more work. So my guardian spoke to me and told me what kind of roses that I was going to get and what I would really, what will do well with me. Thelma says, my garden is still a mess, but I have been able to start to harvest breakfast radish, spinach, lettuce so far. Yeah, I was going to ask about that. What are people harvesting already? Thank you for the reminder to plant my flower bulbs. You're welcome, Thelma. Yeah, this is the time for that. And on that note, too, I have been working in my journal. This year, I decided I'm going to do more intentional gardening, not just haphazard gardening, and write down what I need to do for my garden, because now I have enough background knowledge. I know how my garden flows from the past years, and now at this time I'm harvesting lettuce now. Hi, Bev. Hi, Bev. How you doing, sweetheart? Hi, Bev. 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 My mints came in. My mints came in, Bev. That's Gardens on Me for the rest of you. She's Bev for me. Yes, my mints came in. The ginger mint, the candy mint, and the other ginger mint. It came in the package today. I was saying, wow, look at that. Look at that. Every time, look, came in this box. And I was like, what is that? What did I order? And when I opened it up, there was my my mints from the Colonial Creek Farm. And it came all the way from Georgia. Yeah, and so I was so happy. Woo-hoo, you were going to love that mint. You know, it has a beautiful scent. it has a special scent. But look, this a small start. So what I'm gonna do is put it in a pot, put them in their own pots, let them grow out in the pots. And then as they get bigger, I'm gonna put one of them in the ground, and then the other one I'll let it stay in the pot. I'm gonna get a big enough pot for it, a plastic pot. Um, but I'm excited about this because I don't want my mints to intermingle. And last time I showed you all my orange mint and the apple mint that I got from the local store and gardening store, and they are so healthy, and the spearmint. So now I'm starting a new mint garden. And I know you, Kiki, that you love your mints. I saw that when you had all of your different mints and things. That was so nice. Oh, they are nice and big. You think they're a good size? My other ones are truly big. These are still in small pots, but I'm going to up pot them and put them in the garden. And I know they're going to take off. Grace to Garden. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Let me go back and see what people are saying. Deborah said strawberries. I'm harvesting strawberries along with green onions. Woo! You guys are doing fine. I'm harvesting lettuce now, said Bev. Thank you for the reminder to plant my flower bulbs. Yankee's sister, Thelma, said, my garden is still a mess, but I have been able to start to harvest breakfast radishes, spinach, and lettuce so far. You guys are ahead of me because I was about to ask you that too. What have you begun to harvest in your garden? It's like you all were reading my mind here. And I wrote this down. I was writing about nurturing your garden and the whole idea of preparing to spend time in your garden. And one of the other themes that I had here written down, the second one with that whole idea of nurturing your garden, preparing to spend time in your garden. You have to nurture it, you have to spend time in it, and to enjoy your harvest. Yes, enjoy your harvest. Early harvest crops, cut and come again, lettuce, greens, radishes. And I wanted to tell you about Charles Darling's garden in England, that he has a great way of harvesting crops. One thing I really learned a lot from him was that idea of harvesting those greens. And he's now made me feel connected with greens. I mean, greens weren't big for me in planting lettuce and all of that sort of stuff. For me, I figured, well, I could go to, what's that store? Costco, and they have a big bag of greens for $5. And I was more into growing the tomatoes because I don't like store-bought tomatoes at all, period. And I only eat tomatoes when I grow them in my own garden. But lettuce and so stuff like that, I wasn't too into it. But you know what? I had some microgreens, and you'll see the picture of them in this last video that I did. I ended up throwing out sowing my microgreens, just because I had the seeds and I knew I wasn't going to grow them in the house. So I just threw them out because the microgreens are like the mustard leaves and all of that you can get in a mixed salad bag. And so I threw them out and they have grown up. And it was yesterday or the day before, I went and I ate some. I wanted to sample these leaves and see how they tasted. And boy, was I surprised at how tasty those leaves are. It's like wild, like the spinach, and then you could get all of the different flavors. And I'm going to make a video of that as soon as they get a little bit bigger. And because a lot of them are cut and come again plants. And I'm going to create a salad. Oh, and now, after doing that, so those seeds, those microgreen seeds that they sell, I don't know if they still have them, but they had them at the Dollar Tree. And I think I had gotten a pack at Family Dollar. and sow them and create a salad bed, a salad bar. So I have a little piece of land there that I'm calling that my salad bar. And when they bolt, because after a while, when the heat comes, they're probably going to bolt, bolt meaning that they will turn into flower or want to set seed. I'll pull them out, and I think I'm going to plant some cabbages and other things there. But for right now, they taste so good. And I do need the greens. I had my microgreens growing and ate them through the winter. Wow, good idea. I'm that's really good, Thelma, because the microgreens, it's good to get the green, the chlorophyll in. They talk about green juice, and that is part of us. And when we kind of think of ourselves, the fact that we are connected to the ground, we're connected to the earth. And so, what nourishes the earth also nourishes us as well. I thought they were a once and gone greens. Well, I think that's what it depends on how you cut the leaves, because I was watching Charles Darling, and he says if you cut around the leaves, or not all of them, but leave some of the leaves there, that they will still grow. But if you cut it down, cut the whole thing, of course, that will destroy the plant. But so if you have, say, 10 plants, and you cut around, take a leaf or two from each one of them, that will help you to create a salad or a bowl of leaves, and it will keep your plants growing or going. You know who does it also? Sandria. Sandria has good videos on how to do that cut and come again as well. Let me go back and see what you all have been saying. Let's see. I'm going back to see what you want. Strawberries. Deborah said strawberries. I'm harvesting strawberries along with green onions. Woohoo! You are going to love that mint. Yes, I am. And Gardens of Me says I'll probably order some more too. Oh, good for you, Sonia. Yeah. Yankee Sister says, oh, they are nice and big. And Grace to Garden, welcome. Great to have you. You haven't harvested anything yet? Grace to Garden, what zone are you in? This is your first time here? Wasn't aware of the channel. Glad I found you. Oh, so nice to have you. Well, we're a good bunch here. You found a good place. We are growing together. And I am an expert of my garden. You are the expert of your garden. However, we can come together and give suggestions on how to improve one another's garden. So this is Gardener's Support Group. we're a Gardener's Support Group. I'm just facilitating this discussion. That's why you all need to put some stuff in the chat. Let me know what's going on. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Hey, Miss Cassie, how are you? Yes, microgreens grow really fast. I succession plant to have continuous harvest. That is a great idea, Thelma. Yes. That succession planting. Great idea. I like that. So I'm going to look and see if I can find some more of those seeds, because I just had that. I hadn't thrown out all of the seeds before, or sown all of the seeds from last year, and I just had those extra seeds, and I said, well, let me just try it and see what happens. But they taste so good. And I remember they had the mild greens, and they also had the hot or more mustard, a stronger taste. And I think that one was one of the hot greens, the more mustardy taste. Last year, you know what I did with those greens? I threw the seeds out. Well, when I said threw, I sowed the seeds, and I allowed them to grow up. I wanted to see what they would look like last year. And many of them um, then bolted, and I love the little yellow flowers. It really just added such beauty to my garden because my garden is more, I have a lot of ground cover right now in the spring, and I have wild mustard growing in my garden with little white flowers at the top, and you're going to see it fill out, and I love that full airy look. And those mustard seeds had yellow flowers. The microgreen seeds had the yellow flowers, and so I just left them there. I didn't even try to eat them or anything like that. But this time I decided I was going to grow them. And so you have a couple. Microgreens grow really fast. I succession plant to have continuous harvest. That's what Thelma says. Hey, yes, Cassie is in the house. Okay, I'm going to try them. I have a couple of seed packages from last year. Oh, good for you, Deborah. And that's a good thing, people. You know, like to when you can buy the seeds and store them because you may not use them all this year, but many of the seeds are viable and will be still good for next year too. So that's a really good thing to do. Hey, Sonia and Yankee sister Deborah Theodore. Hello, Cassie. Yes. So continue to grow your seeds and eat. Continue to plant your seeds and harvest. Harvest. Yeah. Start to think to harvest. Last year, I planted out radish, but I planted them so close to one another. I don't think I wanted to eat radish, but this year, I've decided that I'm going to thin out the radish and allow them to grow to a good size and eat them too, and start eating a little bit more healthy. The reason why I say that is because I was reading this article too while getting information for you all here today, and they called it dirt therapy. Dirt therapy. So what is our garden saying to you? What is your garden speaking to you and saying to you? And when the radishes grow up and the harvest is there, the garden is saying, are you going to eat what you've grown? Are you going to eat it? Deborah says, I love eating lettuce from my garden. Yes. That's good. That's good because it says the dirt therapy. Gardens are healing to our bodies. And one of the things that they talk about with this dirt therapy with the garden is one, that it fights depression, exercise, you get exercise from your garden, and it says you get probiotics. So when I saw that, get probiotics, what do they mean by that? How do you get probiotics from your garden? Well, the author was saying that when we eat off the vine, so when you eat, when you dig up the radish and you just kind of wipe it off and you just take a bite, you're taking in some of those probiotics that's in the dirt, in your soil, especially if you have good soil. And that probiotics also helps you and your body. Cassie said, I planted some corn, okra, tomatoes, bell peppers, and garlic. Wow, you're busy, girl. Good for you. Good for you. That's good. Good job, Cassie. Yeah, I planted out my corn, some corn also, a beautiful thing. Yes. Yeah, I planted out some corn and okra myself. I still am going to get my peppers and my tomatoes, hopefully from my gardener friend. I've been looking to see if she's out yet, but I don't see her yet. Usually she comes out around Mother's Day, but it's, as I said, it's been kind of nippy. But that's good that you've been able to get started. I might end up having to go to one of the big box stores and get some tomato, but also my local garden shop. There's another local garden shop, and they have starts. But people, those starts, these little 4-inch plants are expensive. What I used to get four for about $4. You get the little containers. Now it's like $6, $7, and little plants in 4-inch pots like this are $5. I'm like, what? I needed to seed my own tomatoes. Why didn't I seed my own tomatoes and my peppers if I get it from those particular people? They're pricey, but could you imagine? And then you have so many seeds. One, when I was planting. If you've watched any of my latest videos there, that it just shows me doing the planting and putting the garden together. And by the way, that section that I used and created as my herbal tea garden, I am now transferring it and changing it into my herbal kitchen garden, so that I am planting not just herbs, but also planting a lot of vegetables, more vegetables than anything else, more than herbs and flowers there. Because this is the time when we need to plant vegetables. We need to plant food as well. And I have plenty enough land to plant other things. So I'm designating that choice spot for my vegetable garden, or what I'm calling it as my kitchen garden, so that when the time comes in for harvesting and cooking meals for the summer, that I'm going to go into my marketplace. I could call it the marketplace garden too, but I'm going to call it my kitchen garden. I could go out to my kitchen garden and gather my food and bring them out and come from garden to table. And I'm excited about that because I'm looking forward to growing a lot more okra and really taking care of my eggplants. And I've now know where to plant, like my zucchinis and my summer squash, and of course my pumpkins and other squashes. I've created more space for them to run. I'm thinking of doing some vertical gardening with them too, so that I can have more. But that is something that we must take into consideration this year. Excuse me, is the whole idea of food, planting food, and making sure that we have an abundance supply. Excuse me as I get some water. I've been having a little tickle in my throat, so. And that's another thing. I need to drink more water. Gardens of Me said, I planted my store-bought red and yellow potatoes last week that I chilled for several months. You chilled? Okay. You chilled for several months. Okay. Let me go. Sonia says, I have six tomato plants and I have green tomatoes now. What? Sonia, you have become the true gardener. Girl, you're doing good. You are doing good. I remember, was it last year? How long have I been with you all? I remember last year. I'm trying. You're doing fantastic. I remember last year you were so intimidated. You seemed very intimidated about the garden. And this year, look at you. Wow, I'm so proud of you. You're doing fantastic. You're becoming a real master gardener there, all the way in California. And you can grow a lot of things. That's good. So you are learning your garden, and you're getting to gain that. That's a beautiful thing. And you did your potatoes, Bev. That's good. That's good. While at Lowe's today, it was such a good feeling to walk by those starts because I have a lot of what I saw. I looked for what I didn't have. So happy to find chocolate mint. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that is so true. Um, that's so true, Yankee sister, because yeah, that's such a good thing to be able to now actually uh, avoid all of that and have your own. That is really a good thing. Yeah, that's really, really good. And to know that you're a little more wiser, a little more smarter, a little more confident about your growing, it's a really good thing. I'm very happy for all of you. I think we've all been growing together. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. I'm surprised that you all have been wondering, where's that song? I haven't sung it until just now, but you all welled up the happy in me, the joy. And the song came out. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. That's what we're going to do. Deborah said, I made apple and chocolate mint tea. Oh my goodness, it was delicious. I could believe you. Yes, that is good. I love boiling my teas. Oh, wow. Yes, keep on growing. Deborah said, gardens are me, so I still, my potatoes, even though it's months since they've chittered. Thank you for the information. I thought I had to throw them out. Yeah, I don't know much about potatoes, but this, this time I decided to do a little bit more work on them, and I bought those Yukon. I did a video of that, how I put them in the bag in the dirt, and I'm going to see how it works out. It's an experiment for me with the potatoes. I've tried. This is actually like the second year that I really tried potatoes. I kind of feel, well, potatoes are so plentiful. It seems like I can get potatoes quite easily, and my family's not big on potatoes. They prefer the butternut squash and the patty pan. My family, they love the patty pan and the squashes more so than potato. So I really don't plant a lot of potato, but I wanted to try it out, and I wanted to try a more easier way of harvesting them. So I'm trying this bag method, an inexpensive way, by buying like one of those grocery bag and using that. Yankee Sister says, I'm doing more landscaping this year with mulching, a lot of grass area. My garden has expanded. Yes, that's good. That's good. Yeah, and I've been using my, good for you, Thelma. Yes, I've been using my journal. Hey, Leo, how are you? Haven't seen you in a long time. You popped up in some of the videos. I hope everything is going well for you. I know you're in Massachusetts with me here. Oh yes, I planted some patty pan potatoes because of you. I hope I get a few. Yes, I hope you do too, because that's delicious. That's what they loved, and it lasted a long time. We had a lot of them. So good to have you. I want to start growing more root vegetables. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand how you feel about that. Yes. And I have been intimidated by carrots. I don't know why I don't just throw out the seeds, because I've been watching your videos but have just been quiet. Nothing personal. I know, darling. I know you're out there. I could just sense it. But that's good. That's good. I'm glad that you're watching, and I'm glad that all is well with you. Thank you for popping into the chat. I know it took bravery to do so. So thank you so much. Depression? Oh, that's why we need our gardens. Dirt therapy. It's the healing gardens. The green tops of carrots are so beautiful. Yes, they are, Sonia. Yes, Leo, dirt therapy. Dirt therapy. The garden helps fight. You guys are right on today, because that is something else that I wrote out here. Dirt therapy, healing gardens, fights depression, exercise, get probiotics, eating off the vine, heal your mind, your thinking, from the natural landscapes. And Thelma mentioned the landscape, working on her landscape. Improves your diet, builds relationships, appreciation for nature and God. I gotta put him in there. Yeah, look at that. Every single thing that I was going to talk about today, you all have mentioned in the chat. And your garden is talking to you. Yes. What is your garden saying to you? What is it telling you? Well, your garden could tell you everything's going to be all right. Just work it. Just relax. Just concentrate. Come away from your troubles and your concerns. Come and I will give you some peace in the garden. Peace. How is your garden reacting to your climate change? That's something that I wanted to ask you about the hotter and the colder and the rainfall, the more or less, and about shade and sun and the maintenance, trees and shrubs and perennials and annuals. What are you going to do different this year than you did last year? And that is what Thelma mentioned about doing something different that she did last year. Okay, let me go back. Another New Englander. Yes, Leo's from the New England area. Yes, sir. Okay, the green tops of the carrots are so beautiful. That's true, Sonia. They are. And I love the flowers. They're part of there's a name for it. Lace cap? Lacy something? Yeah, the wild carrots, the carrots family. I love them, and I've been trying to grow them in my garden too. And I even allowed the carrots to go to seed. I love their flowers as well. The same here, Yankee Homestead. I'm inspired by Miss Catherine. I've even planted more flowers. Good. Good. I'm glad, Deborah, that you're planting flowers. Hello, welcome to the group. Gardening helps with depression. It helped me deal with the last 2 years. That's good, Deborah. I planted more flowers too this season, Deborah, because of Miss Catherine. You did, honey? I picked up a pretty light pink bleeding heart today. It was the only one at Lowe's mixed into regular deep pink bleeding hearts. Oh, yeah, they're beautiful. I have bleeding hearts. There's the bleeding hearts that are big and fancy, and then they have the diatrus, which is a bleeding heart, but it's more like from the wild garden kind, and they spread all over my garden. I like them. They just have like a nice lacy look, and they just seem to seed all over, and it's really great because what happens is that it fills up the empty spaces because my yard is really big, and if I had to buy plants for every single place where I wanted to plant, it would be very highly expensive. But a lot of what I look for is the self-seeding, things self-seeding and coming back. And it's been working out really nice because it helps to fill out the garden. I love ground covers. I love plants that others may consider to be weedy. I love them because they, especially at this time of the year, they give a lot of color in the garden, and they take up the space. So for right now, I let them grow in. And then later on, I know that I'm going to have to do some weeding. Seed tape, never heard of that. Oh, seed tape is, you know, that, Deborah, how do you highlight my name like that? I always wondered. You put at, and then you put the name, then it pops up, and then you press on it. That's how that happens. And your name gets highlighted. Carrots can be challenging. Try using the carrots in the seed tape. You only have to lay down the tape on the soil and cover. Yeah. Leo, that must be beautiful. Yeah, I noticed my fig. Wait. Let's see. Cassie says, I noticed my fig tree is producing Makes much slower because of the odd weather we've been having. Yeah, Cassie, that's true. Because I keep looking at my fig tree, and my fig trees, because I have three now, and I'm looking at them, and I'm wondering what in the world is happening. What in the world is happening with these fig trees? Um, why am I not getting anything? Why am I not um, seeing anything? But at the very tips, Cassie, I noticed that it looks like it wants to bud out. So give it a little time. I think that it will leaf out. I, Let me see what's going on here. um because of the odd weather we've been having. Yeah. So, yeah, and each year is different, Cassie. Some years some plants do very well. The next year they seem to just have a difficult time, and another plant ends up being the superstar. So that's why we have to know, what is our garden saying to us? What are the plants saying to us? Because some years they're going to speak of abundance. They're going to speak that they're happy. And then the next year they're going to tell you, oh, I'm not producing this year for you. I'm sorry. Hey, Rambo, how are you? How are you, Rambo? Like, for example, um, my plum trees. Last year, I have two plum trees. Um, both plum trees didn't speak to me at all. They seemed like they were, I don't know. One was attacked by aphids, and the other one produced three plums. And the prior year, I had plums from them. And so this year, I'm looking to see, well, will I get plums? And I also, um, you remember, sprayed them, gave them the dormancy oil. So I only saw a few blooms on the purple plum, but the other plum, the one that I love, the golden egg yellow plums, had a lot of blossoms. So I am looking forward to plums. I'm just hoping that all goes well and that they are able to really develop into plums. So sometimes, as I said, that's why you have to listen to your garden, understand what's going on, let it speak to you. Like my fruit trees were saying, I need, I need, um, I need some dormancy oil. I need some dormancy oil. These bugs are attacking my leaves. And I noticed that I have some apple trees. My apples were acting. I had sprayed the apple trees with the dormancy oil, and I went out and I noticed that there was some kind of like bugs. So I had to go out and give them another application. This time I used the neem oil on the leaves. You, Leo, what you have to do is, it comes up when you do. You put her name. It will her picture will highlight, and you just click on it. Click on her name. I That happened to me too. I always wondered how does that work out. But don't worry, it's okay. You could just still connect with us anyway, and we will speak with you. Stay on the happy side of life, because we want you to be happy and to just enjoy the atmosphere. Greetings, Rambo, Green Hands. As you see, others, they also greet without having to put the at. But know that we're happy that you stopped in and that you're here with us, and we appreciate your comments, Leo. Yeah. Yes. And when you type in her name, what you're typing in is It's attached. There's no, I don't think there's a space to. Deborah says, yes, I love what other consider as weeds, especially big leaf periwinkles. I don't know those big leafed periwinkles, Deborah. Yeah, but that's that whole idea of weeds. And actually, it's amazing because I wrote this down about the weeds too. Preparing so the things that we want to do is to prepare to spend time in your garden, to tend your plants, fertilize, and weeding. Weeds, use them as ground cover, food or medicine. And when I was thinking about that, it says, I use them as ground cover. Use your weeds as ground cover, food or medicine. And when I had the microgreens, I was using them as ground cover, to bring beauty and so forth. And but then they were also food and could be medicinal, I guess, used to strengthen the body. Cassie asks, ooh, Cassie asks, any ideas how to keep a raised bed garden moist when I'm gone for a couple of days? I can't use the soaker hose because my faucet is a good distance. Um, I'm not sure. Um, because hopefully it will rain while you're away. Usually at this time, because this is like it's supposed to be the rainy season. Um, I have no idea. I really don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Um, I don't know. Does anyone mulch helps to retain moisture in the raised beds? Thank you, Chloe. Chloe K suggests mulching. Thank you, Chloe. Anyone else? Water wet and mulch the soil if the soil is dry. Okay, good. See, as I said, we're all experts here and can give advice. I just signed up for Chip Drop today in hopes of getting a delivery of wood chips. I'm going to convert my yard from grass to mulch. All right. That's good. That's good to get the chip mulch. Last year, I used a lot of wood chips, to mulch my pathways. And when I was designing my tea garden, the pathways, and those chips lasted. What I did was I put what is that called? Cardboard. Yankee sister, gotta go. Love you all. Wish I could stay longer. Have Bible study in a few. Peace. Oh, you're so generous. Oh, Thelma, your book is coming. Your book is coming. I have it. I just gotta get to the post office. I was thinking about you. But it's raining here today. Thank God for the rain. Thank God for the rain. Thank you. So, but the only thing is that it's cold and wet and so forth. So I didn't make it out. But tomorrow's gonna be sunny. So I'm gonna come. I'm gonna deposit it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the blessings. You're so sweet. You are so sweet. It was so good. Thank you for your comments also and participating in the chat. What a blessing you are. Enjoy your Bible study. Yeah, and that is really a good idea if you don't want to have a lawn and having so much lawn. Then you'll be able also to do other kinds of gardening. Know though that, yeah, yes. So when you are putting down the chips, okay, so you would, if you want to kill the grass and you want to do that, you want to make garden beds, what you do is you cover the ground with the cardboard, but you have to be careful because the other thing is that with the chips, that if you're going to plant plants, they have to be planted in dirt. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to plant in the chips because the chips will I think take the nitrogen or something from the plants, from the soil. So be careful when you are planting, though, because if you're going to plant, you want to plant in compost. You want to plant in dirt. But if you just want to create if you want to get rid of and create pathways, then you put down your cardboard and you put down your chips, and it works. It works. And eventually, that cardboard and those chips will turn into really great compost, because that's what I did with my upper garden, my new garden area. I did that. I used the cardboard down over the grass, and then I put the wood chips, but I didn't plant anything in that area. Now, this year, we put some compost on top of those wood chips, and I've amended. My soil will improve dramatically. Yes, it improved the soil up there. It is so beautiful. And those wood chips then decomposed, and it has created really great soil. Really great soil with the compost and everything. So it is a good thing. It helps to lighten it up. It's not as dense. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of black cow. Yeah, that's also good too. But you know who to check out with about that whole idea of wood chips and things? The back to Eden method. The back to Eden method. If you put that in your YouTube and put in back to Eden method, a lot of people will be able to give you a lot of background knowledge on how to do that effectively. And the wood chip method is really good for fruit trees if you want to start a food forest. If you want to start a food forest, having the wood chips are good because it creates those mycorrhizomes. It creates let me see. The healthy microbes. Creates healthy microbes, and it's really good for like apple trees and so forth. If you want to do trees, right, with the wood chips. It will bring loads of earthworms and build great biodiversity. It helps the soil. Thank you, Rambo. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, Rambo. Thank you. Oh, check it out. It will bring loads of earthworms and build great biodiversity. It helps the soil. Listen to what Rambo says. That's exactly what you want happening. Deborah says, I have some homemade compost I'm waiting to use when I plant my sweet potato slips. Yes, that's good. You know, Deborah, I've been trying to create those potato slips, but it's not working for me. The sweet potato slips, I tried that, and I didn't tell anybody because I said, I've been trying this. This is not the first time, but I tried it before, the potato slips, and I can't seem to get the potatoes to produce potato slips. Instead, the sweet potatoes, rot every time I try to do that. Earthworms are always a great sign. Yes. Yes, they are. They are truly a great sign. A great sign. Let me see if I missed anybody's, what you all have been saying. But that is what we have to do. Yes, it rained today, right after we got done working in the garden. That's good. Yeah, the rain is so good. It's raining today. Otherwise, I would have been outside in the garden. I decided that I wanted to take my picture, the cover picture or thumbnail, outside versus inside. But I am so excited about the garden. And so there's so many things that I'm doing. I decided that I'm just going to just share as much as I possibly can with you all. So visit me. Make sure that you watch a couple of my videos. At least watch the beginnings of them. Give me a click. um, cut the sweet potato into and place it on top of some moist soil in a propagator that should produce slips. Cut the sweet potato into, okay, and place it on top of some moist soil, okay, in a propagator that should produce. I'll try that. I will try that but then I'm wondering if it's kind of late. Is it late for me to create slips? What Rainbow Hands said. That's a good one, Deborah. I think I said that about Rambo too. Rambo, we need you to tell us what to do because some things we just don't know. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Sonia. You are so good. My battery's running low. Our time is almost up, people. Sonia, you're so sweet. Thank you so much for the blessing. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. You are so sweet. You're such a sweetheart. And Rambo, you all are sweethearts. I love you all. You all are wonderful. You make my day. I get to laugh. You know, that's the other thing too. It says, you're welcome. Thank you, sweetness. You know, that's the other thing that it says about this dirt therapy. And one is the building of relationships. And I do feel that you are my gardening friends, you're my gardening family, and I really appreciate your presence here. I've gotten to know you better and better as we spend time together on Wednesdays. I look forward to our about an hour or so of connecting with you all. And thank you for the ideas. I look forward to creating the videos, and I'm finding that it's getting very easy. Gardening families are good people. Yes, Leo. Yes, yes. And so I really thank you all so much for spending the time with me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. You might be okay, but you never know nature till you. Wait a moment. Let me see what you said. It might be okay, but you never know nature tell you if you are late or not. Never know unless you keep trying. That's true. Yes, Leo, and welcome to our family. Yes, agree, Leo. Grow together. You're right, and I wrote that down too. You guys are so on today with me because I wrote that down. I wrote that down. Where is it? I wrote what you said. Yes, you're always welcome. Best community. Key. I wrote this down as the key, Rambo. Right in my notes. I wrote, the only way to know what works best for you and your garden is to try it out. That's what you said. I said it a little differently, but that's the same gist. Yes. The only way to know what works best for you and your garden is to try it out. Yup, that's what I wrote. So if you have to replant or try again, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yes. So I enjoyed today so much. And Deborah, Gardens, or Bev, are you there? My mints, thank you, sweetness. Thank you, Bev. I'm going to plant them out. Sifting some soil 55. Hello, everyone. Hello, how are you? How are you? We're about to end, but I'm glad that you were able to pop in and say hello. So, What else? I think that's really it. We are the planet and nature saver. Yes, we are. You're here, Bev. Yay! Bev is here. Bev is here. Hello, sifting some soil. Oh, and the last thing that I want to really say to you all too. Thank you so much. Now I sent you all an email for May 1st because I wanted to celebrate the flowers with you, and I wanted you all to get a special personal greetings from me for May 1st. So check your email, and you may sometimes they shift stuff like that into the junk mail. So check and see, and click on it and say hello. And for those of you who want to contact or be on my email list, go to the website, Catherine's Garden Home LWS, and there you will be able to go to the contact page and just send me a little email, and then I will put you on the email list that whenever I'm sending out information or just wanting to greet you all, that you'll be on the list, okay? The other thing is that yes, you did, Deborah. You responded to you responded to it, and you also sent me a picture. And so that's the next thing I want you to do. I want you to send me pictures of your spring garden because I have pictures of your last year's garden. So we want to update the website, right? We want to update the website. So visit the website and send me some of your photos. Deb sent me Deborah sent me a photo of her spring garden, and just show me, what you're doing, and share with us. And what you can do is then visit and see what one another has to say. And if you have any wonderful garden quotes or thoughts like Rambo. Rambo is our thinker. Oh, he has such great thoughts. Type them out, send them, and I'll put them on our web page. All right, I still can't get on your website. You can't? Wow. Did you click it? Because I sent a direct link to click. So all you have to do is go to the click in the email, and it should take you directly to the website. So try again, and I'm going to check it out. I'll check and see if it's working, but I believe that it does work. But yeah, so try again, or Deborah, the way that you can get directly to my website, you can go to the YouTube channel banner page. There is it says Catherine. It says Catherine's Garden Home LWS website. Hit that. Click on that. So you might have to go, and you might have to do that on your laptop or on your computer, if you have a computer. But then also you should be able to get to it if you go to the About section, on your phone, and you go to the banner page and you go to the About section, and there it will come up, the website, and it will give you a direct link to the website. So those are two different ways that you can check. But if you go to my banner page, the YouTube banner page, so you hit my picture here, it'll bring you to my banner page. And then right at the top of the banner, it has the website there. And you just click on that. It'll take you directly to the website. And there you then go to the Contact Me section. And it will it will direct you to emailing me. And that way I will be able to get your email address and put you on the email list. And then if you want to send a picture, that you can send a picture. Okay, anybody was successful in growing onions? Cassie, thank you for directing us back to this. If so, any advice on what to do and not to do while trying to grow them from seed? I never tried to grow onions from seed, and I did get that packet from from the Dollar Tree, and I did sow them out with the other seeds, but nothing. It didn't produce anything for me. And I tried doing onions from the onion bulbs or the onion starts, and I tried garlic. It was garlic last year, garlic, but it's still from the same family. So onions and garlic, I'm still working on. Rambo, you have any advice before we sign off on onions? Always have had great with onions. Do you have a video on onions, on your sowing of onions? Because Cassie, you might want to visit that. I know that I heard they were heavy feeders, so I'm feeding them. Okay, Deborah says she's feeding hers. Um, Laura of Garden Answer, she plants onions every year, so you might want to check out some videos on planting onions. I don't really plant onions, so I can't really help you on that one. But yeah, because I could get onions quite easily here. So I've never been big on planting onions. I tried onions from seed. They look great. Have to split them, and we'll try to plant them in the garden later this month. Okay. Well, maybe that's what I need to do. I have some onion seeds. I think those seeds from the Dollar Tree. I don't think that they're the full onions, but the seeds anyway. Um, so I'm going to try that out too and see how well that works out. Maybe that's something new for me to do also, to try out the onion. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you for the suggestion. Thank you so much. Cassie, you're a great asset to this community. I love the fact that you ask questions and that you are a learner, that you are curious. And this is going to push me to work with onions, to not give up on the onions. Rambo says, I normally grow from sets, but I did grow some bunching Lisbon, but I don't have a video, but I do have an onion video on my channel. Okay, so check out Rambo's channel on his growing onions, and from the onion sets. Yeah. Onions don't like a lot of water. Oh, no problem. Love this community. Thank you, Cassie, honey. We love you too. We love you too. Well, I'm going to go because I don't want it to not be able to say goodbye to everybody. But let's sing. It is so good. I enjoyed today so much. I enjoyed my mints. And yes, we're going to enjoy the teas, Bev. I'm going to enjoy my teas. And those of you who don't have your mints, get your mints so that you can have teas with us, because that's one of the things that I have in my book, that we are going to drink tea. Tea time, tea time. And we can't have tea time if we don't have any mint or any herbs to create tea with. Yes, because we want to be able to sit down with a cup of tea or a beverage of your choice and take a sip and relax in the experience. Feel the warmth, smile, knowing that it's going to pass. That your dream garden is coming to pass. Oh, I've asked. Yay, Deborah! As we grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Grow, 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 grow together. 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 We're gonna grow, grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. Oh, yes. Woo! Continue to have a blessed week. garden family, as both with my grandchildren are humming along with you, Miss Catherine. Yeah! Grow, 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 grow together. You know what? I was a former educator and of elementary school kids, and I love to sing with them. And so it's in me. The child in me is still there, especially with song. Hey, how are you? Beautifulness. Hello, Catherine. You have a whole theme song. Sing it now. Yes. Hey, Sandria. How you doing? Sandria, thank you so much. Last week we looked at our on your subscription box, and everybody was so thrilled with it. It was just a beautiful thing. Yeah, hello, beautifulness home. And yes, so everyone, hey, Lynette, beautiful voice. Thank you, sweetness. How are you, Lynette? So thank you so much for producing that for us. And by the way, I've been drinking my teas, the cold care tea. I've been drinking that and actually made some today. I've been drinking and it has been very helpful. Howdy, beautifulness. Can't wait to get my order from you. Thanks to Miss Catherine. Yeah. Yes, yes. And, I think I did tell them the other price, but I want you all to know that we need to support one another. And she's doing a good work. And the thing is that you're going to spend that money anyway. You're going to spend that money anyway. At least invest it in someone who you can bless and you know that she's doing a good work. It's coming. I'm packing and working as we speak. Amen. So let's encourage one another. And those blessings that you give, the more you give, the more will come back to you. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over, and you're gaining the benefit. Did you get your larkspur? Yes, I got the larkspur seeds. I have not planted them yet, and I am going to plant them out. Yes, with my gloves. But I've been enjoying the candle. Actually, I have it right here with me. I have my candle right here. I've been just smelling it. I sprayed the room before I came in here. I said I wanted the scents of the room. I just wanted a different atmosphere. So I sprayed this area with the spray, and I put out the candle, and I've been whiffing it. The lemon verbena. It's just so refreshing. I was going to light it, but then I said, oh, I don't want to mess it up. So I said, let me just sniff it. So I've been sniffing it. So I'm glad you came on so I can talk about your product. It is really luxurious, and it has a nice after smell also. The lingering smell, the notes are very nice. Yeah, the first notes are like the lemon, and then after it seems like it has like a lavender or some, I don't know what I'm smelling, but it's very calming. So if you want some calm, here's a little promo. Yes, but I'm not really promoting, but I'm not getting paid for it, but I want to promote Sandria, a beautiful nest every day clean. A beautiful nest every day clean. Check out her website and her subscription boxes. And just think, you'll get a box. If you do the monthly, you'll get a box every month of wonderful scents and smells and soaps. I pray before I work, keeping God's Holy Spirit with me always as I work. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, yes, you do. Oh, and I tried the oatmeal, last thing, and then I'm going to go. The oatmeal soap, I ran out of my other soaps, and I didn't want to open up your soap just yet because I just like smelling it. So I decided, well, I better open up this oatmeal. So I opened up the oatmeal and I used it, and I touched my skin afterwards, and I was like, wow, this soap is fantastic. My skin felt so soft and rejuvenated from the oatmeal soap. I was like, wow, this is really good stuff. It was like a way of enhancing, just making me feel good. I mean, like I'm special. It was like, that soap is fantastic. Yeah, I'm not making things up, people. I'm not exaggerating. No, it's really good stuff. Her product is worth every penny. So if you can, treat yourself, and I think it will help you. Yes, I can't wait till you receive yours too, Sonia. Okay. Anyway, I'm gushing. Anyway, yeah, and save up. And even if you can't get it monthly, just try one box, try one sampler, or even some of her products, and let's make it happen. So thank you so much for being with me here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, grow, grow together. Continue to let us bless one another. May you be blessed. Have a great week, and see you next week. Putting God first, we plant the seeds, and God blesses us with the bountiful harvest. That's right. I emphasize with you on your video today, a beautiful nest, home, and garden. Thank you, Sonia. Yes, yes. My husband's doing some work downstairs, so that's what you're hearing. But yes, let us continue to support one another and bless one another. Give, and it shall be given to you. Press down, shake it together, and running over. Hallelujah. As we grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Well, I enjoyed myself so good. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you, Sonia. See everyone next week. Bye. Blessings and peace. Bye, Bev. Thank you so much, my sweet. Bye, Deborah. Bye, everybody. Bye, Leo, if you're still there. Bye, Cassie, Rambo, Deborah. Who did I miss? Green Hands. Who else? Gloria. Nesta, you ship overseas? Oh, sifting some soil 55? Yes. I'll watch the replay. Goodbye. Yes, Sandria. Sandria, Rambo wants to know if you ship overseas. So let him know that. But anyway, love you all. See you next week. Bye. Oh, watch the videos. Click it. Click the videos. You could do that for me, and leave a comment. Bye, Glory. Yes. Click it. Watch it. Click it. I try to give you the basic information at the top. I'm trying to get better at that. So, bye, Miss Catherine and Garden Community. Bye, Cassie. Love you all. I know this thing's going to click off. Fantasticness. Love you all. Woo! I enjoyed myself so much. I hope that it brought you a lot of joy. Thumbs up, y'all. Yes. Bye.